What is going on? We're back. Not too much to report on. Food has been very dialed in since the last video, not letting myself down with that anymore. Next things next to fix is the sleep, because I want to get a good sleep routine going. You know, consistent bedtime, consistent wake up. Again, just want to say thank you for the huge amount of support. I think we're almost at 2.5k subscribers in the span of like 2 weeks of me posting again after not really posting for a year. And that completely baffles me. Because sometimes I worry that I'm sitting here and I'm ranting and I'm like just going in circles and kind of saying nothing, but you know, I'm like, oh, I don't even know if it's usable or not. But I'm glad it's like I can give a message that people tend to resonate with. Plan for today is I've got literally just put 4 pieces of fish in the oven. So I'm going to have 4 pieces of crumbed fish. That'll be about 80 grams of protein, 120 grams of carb. I'm going to finish off this last liter of water. I'm going to have a Turkish roll. Let me show you guys. Turkish roll. That's another 70 grams of carb, so just under 200 grams of carb there. And then I will mix my pre-workout with about half a liter of pineapple juice. And that'll put us at, I will be at like 500 grams for the day of carb, pre-workout. I'm going to have a meal off post-workout today, really hoping that I can finish early enough because I am running late and it's already 7 p.m. The burger restaurant's open. I can get a little burger and fries post-workout for the last session of the week. I think the main message that I want to communicate today, because it's 4 or 5 days before Christmas now, I've been seeing a lot of people putting up that they're going to take like 2 to 3 weeks off of the gym over Christmas and New Year's as like a break. I hate to break this to you, and I know this is said a lot in the fitness industry, but you're training, let's say you train on the longer end of the spectrum, like me, 2 hours, and then maybe you do 30 minutes of cardio, 2.5 hours in the gym. Travel time, 3.5 hours out of your day. If it's a long drive to your gym, parking and stuff, you know how it is. And you do that maybe 4 or 5 times a week. That's like 15 hours a week out of 168. You don't need a break from training. Your body's not going to be like, okay guys, pack it up, it's Christmas. It's a really good time to build a lot of muscle, and you're going to be eating good. You're going to be, Christmas lunch, Christmas dinner. You might be getting a bit more fast food, a few cheat meals, a couple of meals off because of the time of year. It's an opportunity to build a lot of muscle, and you don't have a lot of stress mitigation because people take time off work. Really good opportunity to push yourself in the gym. You can almost live like a pro bodybuilder for a couple of weeks. So I don't really see why people are taking time off of the gym when it's like the one time of the year where you could really dial in, if anything. And it still baffles me that people like hate training. Because to be honest, if I hated training that much to the point where I was like looking forward to taking 2 weeks off the gym over Christmas, I'd say don't go to the gym, bro. Again, there's always alternatives for everyone in life. The thing with me in bodybuilding is a lot of the time, and I've heard this a lot in my life, which is people are like, oh, why, eat anywhere between 4 and 10 times a day, because just not like right now, but I have had up to 10 meals a day in the past. Why have like regimes with bedtimes, and why train, and it sucks and it hurts and this and that and muscle soreness. But it's something that I genuinely enjoy. And back when I was doing personal training, and I don't do it as much with coaching because people that apply for coaching are a bit more invested than people in the gym for the first time with personal training. Don't go to the gym if you don't want to. Don't diet if you don't want to. There's no point in like your life being 80% miserable because of the lifestyle you choose. You can go do like a team sport, or go for a run, or go for walks, walk a dog, go swimming at the beach, go to the local pool, pick up like basketball or something, do calisthenics. You've got so many options for like physical activity to keep yourself healthy. If you don't enjoy the gym, don't do the gym. And then if you do enjoy the gym, which I'm sure most of you do because you're engaged with my content, why are you taking time off from the gym if you enjoy it? And if, the thing, maybe you don't enjoy the training, you do enjoy the training, but you enjoy the results more than the process, and that's okay. It's alright to enjoy the results. The results, the best, indicator to other people of the effort you've put in, so it's always something to be proud of. But if you are just enjoying the results, this is the time of year where you're going to see the most results, because again, you got the least stress, you're probably sleeping more, you're probably sleeping better, you're going to eat a lot of food, nice calorie surplus. Don't always look at, big Christmas dinner and, for the Americans, things like Thanksgiving and eating till you're completely full is like a bad thing, and I binge ate and I'm going to get fat. Look at it as an opportunity in a positive frame of mind that I am so well fed and fueled right now, I'm gonna have a great session. Obviously, don't like if you're sitting there with a full belly in a food coma and you're like, I'm gonna explode. Don't roll off the couch and drag yourself to the gym. But the next day, you're probably gonna have a really good workout, man. If you're well hydrated and you're full of food and you're carved up and you got all that glycogen, you're feeling thick and full and powerful, you're gonna have a great session. I can't understand why anyone would not want to train over this period. So that's my little challenge to all of you. Is I encourage you to use this time of year as a really good opportunity and look at it in a positive light to make the most of your training, because you enjoy your training. Most of you should enjoy your training. And guess what? If you don't enjoy your training, you're doing something wrong. Change the way you train. Because that's the other thing as well. People like, and again, I've mentioned this in the previous video, when I'm coaching people, the first thing I always communicate is, if you don't like something, tell me. Because I'm a very firm believer that, if you look at bodybuilding by the book training, you're going to look at things like, typically things like slow eccentrics and pausing in the lengthening position and contracting the muscle and light weight and high reps and, all the old school stuff. Everything builds muscle. Everything builds muscle. You're going to build muscle doing 1 rep. You're going to build muscle doing 100 reps. You're going to build muscle with low volume. You're going to build it with high volume. You're going to build it with barbells, cables, machines, dumbbells. Everything builds muscle. It's resistance training. Muscle's not hard to build. It's just a matter of finding the way that builds the muscle that's the most sustainable for you long term and the most enjoyable. A lot of the time we talk about things like full body. Full body's really good for building muscle, and I've said this a few times on my Instagram story. I'm not training full body, man. I'm sorry. You could tell me it builds double the muscle any other split does. I just don't want to. I love training the way I train right now, my hybrid split. I really love my split. I don't want to change anything about it, and I genuinely look forward to every session so much. Another thing I want to touch on quickly before I get this food in, pretty much set entirely on doing a powerlifting meet in February, and then we'll start the bodybuilding prep a few months after that, and then I'll be looking to step on stage in October, I think, of 2025, and it will probably be a 6-month prep, 24-week prep. I like to diet really slowly. It makes it sustainable for me. I don't like crash dieting. I don't like getting fat off fast. I like letting my body acclimate, and I like taking my time with things and being methodical. It leaves room for error, because there's always going to be errors and always going to be stuff that happens. I'm stacking on a lot of really good size at the moment. The scales are going up very slowly, but I'm waking up leaner and drier and heavier. So good progress there. I feel very healthy. Cardio is good, like cardio health-wise. Sleep quality's been great. I don't feel heavy or slow, which I have in the past. This is probably the leanest I've ever been in an off-season of my life, and the thing that's really encouraging for me is I've made more progress in the last 6 months than I have, the last 6 years. Just in the sense of everything's kind of fallen into place in terms of, strength and size and everything else. The workouts have just been, perfect. 1 or 2 bad workouts happens, but you can't stop that. It's not worth stressing over the 1 or 2 bad workouts when you've had a million good ones. It's the same as me stressing over 1 negative comment when I get the thousands of really nice ones, which I also want to thank you guys for, because I got so many nice messages and so many nice comments after the last video, and people reaching out of Instagram and TikTok and stuff as well, and that's been really cool and really encouraging, and it encourages me to make these videos. I don't want to rant too long, because I really want to get this food in, and I want to get to the gym before it gets too late, but fish and bread, I'll mix up my pre-workout. In terms of pre-workout right now, just to have a high stim pre, I put 6 scoops of creatine in. If you're wondering about it, it's just relative to body weight. There's no reason me and someone who's 70 kilos at 20% body fat should be taking the same amount of creatine. Scoop of electrolytes, scoop of an EAA BCA blend from Emerald Labs. Everything's from Emerald Labs, just to clarify. Mix that with some pineapple juice. It tastes mostly pineapple juice, so you can get away with fucking around with flavors and stuff. Drink that on the way to the gym. Last mouthful as I get out of my car. 15-minute walk to the gym. Start warming up. But other than that, I think, plan for today, shoulder press. Last week, so this is the workout I filmed last week. My lats were tired because the session I did yesterday was posterior train, so it was hamstrings and back, and I do RDLs and deadlifts and stuff, and it's quite fatiguing. I don't feel too fatigued today, I don't feel sore or anything, I feel okay, but we'll see how we go. I would like to do either a 3-plate AMRAP or a heavy single of just over 3 plates, so 150 kilos or 330 pounds. Also, subject to how my forearms feel, I've been getting a little bit of forearm pain recently, which I've been told is just because excessive loading through my forearms. Again, I used to be very skinny, so I do have quite frail joints and bones and stuff. And it's just a matter of joint size and strength and health versus very heavy weight. But I'll just see how it feels. I'm not overly stressed. What I did last week was I started on the barbell, felt bad, moved to the Smith machine, did my workout as normal. I'm not going to do cheat kills this week because I want to go get a burger, so They're not in my program, I just did them last week for fun, but I will include some of the footage from last week that wasn't erased at the end of this workout as well. But with that, I'm going to go eat, and I'm going to go train, and I'll see you guys on the gym floor.
How do you do it, Kakarot? You've always been like this. Always ready to meet the next challenge, even if it's bigger than you are. Your power had increased so dramatically that I thought you had done it. I thought that you had become a Super Saiyan. It tore me apart. How could a low-class soldier accomplish so easily what I had struggled my whole life to achieve? After living every moment of every day for the singular purpose of surpassing you, I finally became a Super Saiyan myself. The prince had reclaimed his throne and fulfilled his destiny. But no matter how strong I became, your power still exceeded mine. I see it now. This day has made it all too clear. You're better than me, Kakarot. You are the best.
I'll shatter through my limits, in my own way, on my own terms, and then I will defeat you!
Tell me what you want me to say. You can go crazy, go wild.
Vegeta,
Shout it out.
I need your power! Vegeta! More power! Right now! You're our last hope! Give me your power! My friend is gonna pay!
We are meant to be nothing but a dream. Loving you, baby, all night. Only know how to love you in the dark.
A genius, huh? What does that mean, genius? So I was not born with a whole lot of natural talent, but I work hard and I never give up. That is my gift. That is my ninja way. I used to think so. I used to believe that if I just trained harder than Neji, I would make myself strong enough. But now, I am not so sure. I keep thinking all of my efforts will pay off, but it is always the same. Sometimes it seems like the whole thing is pointless, like I am a loser and I will always be a loser.
You're right, all the effort is pointless. If you don't believe in yourself, don't let anything steer you off the path you've drawn for yourself. Forge ahead to the end. You have the power to shape your own destiny.
I must try. It's not about winning or losing. It's about me taking you on right here and right now! What I believe, hard work beats our natural talent. Those like me, the ones who have to train every day of our lives. I will make you proud, Sensei. I will forge ahead, follow my path to the end, and become the ninja I know I can be.
Listen, Lee. This time you sit back and enjoy the show. The Leaf's wild blue beast is no more. It's time for the red beast to emerge. Open the inner gate formation! To protect something precious enough to give your life for. What unbelievable pain. And I assure you that this is no bluff. Of all those who have fought me over the years, there's no one who surpasses you at Taijutsu! I, Madara,
don't wanna mess it up. Run away from me when I shoot you down.
Listen up!
I'll only break your heart again if you come.
I am a god! You three are trapped!
You can act like you just don't
Things are gonna get real flashy.
Being born with talent must be nice.
Born with talent? You think I look like someone with any talent to boast of? If someone like me gives that impression, you're more out of touch than I thought.
only break your heart again if you come.
Our musical score technique will take us to victory!
You can act like you just
Might makes right, and might alone! Without strength, we have nothing! If I don't win, then all my effort, all I've struggled to achieve, all of it will have been pointless! I'll lose everything just like I did before! And I absolutely refuse to go through that again!
I feel like heaven's knocking on my door. Open up that door, open up that door.
It's madness. Jiren actually looks overwhelmed. Does this mean Goku has in fact catapulted over the power of our champion?
It's not possible! I cannot lose! I won't accept defeat! I cannot! I will not! The source of strength you rely on is fleeting. They will all be turned to dust. Why should I bear any hatred towards someone who's obviously weaker than myself? All I feel is pity.
It's over.
What are you talking about? My attacks have no effect on you? Who decided that? Your darkness swallows up my sun? Who decided that?
Okay. Man, what a session. Wow. Okay. What to dissect there? Man, shoulder press felt good. That 150 felt really good. Lost my cool a little bit. Got a little excited after the PR. I actually think I might have 160 kilos, which is like 355 pounds, I think, in the tank. But that might be the worst adrenaline dump I've ever had after a PR. I I celebrated, and then I was chatting to my friend after, and then I was like, oh, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. And all the fatigue hit me. So the plan initially was after that single to do a back off set at 3 plates, or even 2.5 plates. I did a 2-plate AMRAP, got 13 reps at 2 plates. I think I might do that fresh. I think I might have 2 plates for 20 on the shoulder press. Like good range of motion down to the chest, full lockout, 20 reps. Lost my breath control a bit, and that's kind of what messed me up on the 13th rep. But again, like huge adrenal crash, and that impacted me pretty heavily. So the way I see it, 2 plates for 13 reps, kind of at my worst physically, pretty good. Just kept it chill. I don't normally endorse things like drop sets because I see them as counterintuitive and excessively fatiguing. But recently I have been doing drop sets for my standing lateral raises because my forearms and wrists hurt on that machine. So less weight, more reps, drop set, stimulate muscle, bit more fatigue. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. And I enjoy it. It's fun too. I'm a sucker for a good drop set, even if it's not the most by the book optimal thing in the world. But if you're having fun, who cares? Seated lateral raise machine, same kind of idea. Again, just pretty tired. I hit some pec deck and some light incline chest press. It was just like some tempo stuff. It's just extra volume, basically, for stuff that I want to keep working on. And there was reverse flies, but I didn't film those because no one cares about reverse flies and they're boring. A little bit of bicep work. If I do have the footage, I'm going to include the footage from last week's cheat curls at the end of that. But that was last week. That's not from this week. I had a bad workout last week. I was sad. I did cheat curls. I felt better. There was no reason for those other than they make me happy. So don't worry about maybe hip swinging and bad form and stuff. I think people get too anal over the whole ego lifting and it's not optimal and this and that. So you're allowed to train for fun occasionally. If you do a big workout and you want to do some cheat curls for fun, you're allowed to do cheat curls. You're not sure. Maybe you won't build muscle from swinging around 3 plates on a cheat curl and cheating it up, and it's not overly stimulating for your biceps. But you've done your workout. You've done the stimulating stuff. You're allowed to have a little bit of fun. It's like doing an arm day, and then just getting a pump with 10-kilo dumbbells at the end. It's like the arms are already going to grow because they've been fed the stimulus. It's fine. But I think other than that, really good session. The plan is I've got a back day in 2 days. Someone requested that, so I'm going to film that back day. I'll go train at night. Rest day tomorrow, just going to chill out. I'm going to do a big clean of the house now and have a meal, play a little bit of Call of Duty maybe, and then go to sleep. Have a good night's sleep. But really successful session. Honestly, I feel amazing. My eye's clearing up as well. There's no more blood in my eye, or there's tiny little bit left. There's not much left. Look-wise, really happy with how I'm looking at the moment. Growing at a good rate, feel healthy, feel happy. Sleep quality's been good. Everything's just been perfect. I'm ticking all the boxes right now, so I'm very happy. Following up on the last video, I told a bunch of you guys to reach out to me, and man, some of you guys are strong. Some of you guys be telling me you're putting up 120 on the shoulder press and stuff, or over 3 plates on the bench, or you're close to a 4-plate bench, and your goal is to catch me, and I love that. I love that you guys have, because of my accomplishment, suddenly seen it as a far more possible thing for yourself. Because again, the thing for me, and this is why I love heavy singles. One, I think they when you look at the drivers for hypertrophy, we've got the number of muscle fibers activating and motor unit recruitment. Nothing is going to recruit as many muscle fibers and as many motor units as a very heavy max effort single. So in my mind, you're going to build muscle from a single. I know by the book it's 1 to 5 is hypertrophy and 5 to 12 is building muscle, and 12 plus or 15 to 20 is endurance. It's not the way it works. Because by that logic, in a 12 rep set, you're not building muscle for the first 6 reps. What's the point? And in a 15 rep set, the first 10 reps are a warm up basically. So you're only getting 5 stimulating reps anyway. So why not just do 5 reps in the first place and not waste the energy? And you get to have more fun because God knows how fun a good heavy single, triple, or 5 is. But keep in mind as well, I did a back off set at 13 reps as well. I hit all my rep ranges, and there's no real reason for that either. There's no logical reason to or not to do that. I just like to. I like high reps too. It's fun. I like being strong across all the rep ranges. It makes me feel good. Builds good confidence in your own ability to perform. So do keep in mind a lot of my rhyme and reason for things are just my own enjoyment, and I always encourage you guys to train in a way that you enjoy, not necessarily the way I train or someone else trains, the way you get told to train. Train in a way that makes you look forward to going into your session. I really hate when people tell me they don't like going to the gym, because all it means is they've been told to do something they don't want to do. You know, like, again, people are like, I hate leg day, and I'm like, what do you do for leg day? And they're like, Bulgarian split squats, lunges, leg extension, and seated calf raises, and I hate all of them. And I'm like, man, I hate all of those too. No wonder you hate leg day. Well, leg exercise, I like leg press, I like hack squat, I like lying leg curls, and I like the donkey calf raise. And I'm like, fucking go do those, man. You're going to get a lot more leg growth doing the exercises you like, looking forward to your leg day and the exercises that you know you can progress over your overload, than you are from some fucking crummy program that you've been told to do by some guy that's probably looks like shit anyway. So, again, I want to make sure you guys are overall enjoying your lives. You're not just doing something miserable for the sake of doing it because you think it's the best way to do it. The best way to do it is the best way to do it for you. That's the way I look at things. But otherwise, good workout. Very happy. Good progress. Very happy. Got the powerlifting meet coming up in a couple of months. And then prep will start a few months after that. So next year's set for a very big year. And, you know, I don't think I've mentioned this so far, but most of the progress that I've made that's kind of been that really freak factor progress I've made in the last 6 months, since really getting a lot of my lifestyle stuff together and removing a lot of stress from my life and just getting organized as a whole. And man, the amount of progress I've made in the last 6 months has been absolutely, like, I look at it sometimes and I'm like, damn, I did that. That's crazy. How? I don't even know how half the time. But whatever I'm doing is clearly working, and again, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm having a great time, and it feels really rewarding to have sessions like today where I can really see, like, that my effort has paid off. And you know, I'll never apologize for putting in that effort. You know, people might get angry at me for the way I train and the rep ranges or the intensity and the fatigue and all these little variables, but I'll never apologize for that because it's just an indicator of the effort that I'm putting in. And I encourage you guys to do the same with all your training. You know, train unapologetically and never be ashamed of the degree of it. I had one guy message me and he was upset over his stretch marks, and the stretch marks like the most raw indicator of the effort you're putting in, and it's not something you should ever feel bad about. If I wake up with a stretch, I'm covering them head to toe. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but I've got them all over my upper chest, on my pec tendon, on my front delt, on my mid delt, I got them in the crooks of my elbow, my forearms, I got them on my biceps, my triceps, my butt cheeks, my hip flexors, my quads, my hammies. I've got them literally everywhere. On my erectors, on my back, on my lats, on my rear delts, literally everywhere except my calves. But, you know, I wake up and I see a stretch mark and I'm like, I grew so much overnight that my skin couldn't keep up. That's an amazing thing. That is proof that you've been working phenomenally hard, and you should be proud of that. So, you know, all my people out there that are covered in stretch marks like me, I hope you feel good about them, because I get excited when I see them. When I wake up and I see a stretch mark, I'm like, oh yeah, what I'm doing is working, and I'm working hard, and that's a deadly combination. Yeah, I think there's too much else to say. I'm going to go have a meal, take all my health supplements and stuff that are over to the side here, relax for a couple hours, and then I got a little rest day tomorrow, go find a burger or something, have a little meal off. I will do a full day of eating after the back day next week, maybe on my rest day, next Wednesday or maybe next Sunday, because I know you guys are looking forward to that. But otherwise, we're just going to keep the ball rolling, man. I promise you, you know, if you're impressed with where I am now, I promise you give me a few more months and it's going to be something real freaky to look forward to. Again, if you did enjoy the video and you've made it this far through, make sure to subscribe, like it, leave a comment, maybe leave a nice comment if you enjoyed it, and maybe leave a not nice comment if you didn't enjoy it and you absolutely despise me. I really appreciate all the engagement we've been getting recently in these videos, and it really encourages me to make more of them. And again, we're at like 2,500 subscribers in the span of me doing like 2 weeks of videos, which I'm more than overwhelmed with in terms of like support and everything. So I want to say thank you again for that. If you want to wear some of the clothes I wear while I train, link down to anabolic apparel below. You can use code MAT to save on those, and it supports me. If you want to use the health supplements and like protein powder and pre-workout and stuff I use, link to Emerald Labs down below, code MAT. Emerald Labs are an Australian company as well, though, so do keep in mind if you're outside of Australia, the shipping might be a little bit more. And I don't expect you guys to pay that extra just for the sake of using whatever I use or supporting me. But if you are in Australia, I've endorsed Emerald Labs since before I work with them. I think they're phenomenal. And anabolic apparel as well. Just in terms of like the quality of clothing, it's genuinely the nicest thing I own. I often get asked like about the pants and the shirt that I wear that aren't anabolic apparel, and they're like $2 clothes from Kmart. Which if you're in the US, I guess like Walmart would be the equivalent. Like, it's just, they're garbage quality clothes. They're just cheap because I outgrow stuff in like every 3 to 6 months, so I don't want to buy nice clothes. But anabolic apparel is like insanely nice and it looks sick. Yeah, if you're keen to jump on with coaching, we've had a lot of people join the coaching team in the last 2 weeks. You can apply for that down below. Again, I only want to work with serious people. Please don't waste my time. If you really want to make a change, and that's, you really are motivated, not even motivated, but you're really passionate about doing it for yourself and not letting yourself down, they're the kind of people I want to work with. You don't have to be motivated. Motivation is going to fuck off within the first 2 weeks of working with a new coach anyway. If you feel passionate about wanting to make that change and doing something for yourself, that's the kind of people I want to work with. Yeah, again, check out my TikTok and Instagram, both just Matt Dillon. And I'll see you guys in the next video for a little back day. Again, if you did enjoy, like and subscribe. I'm going to keep saying that because I've been told to. Alright, good night guys. Bye-bye.